If I ask you what the most expensive thing in the world is, you'd probably say time. And yeah, you're not wrong, but here's the twist. Time can actually be bought. Think about it. If I offer you $100 for 1 hour of your work, would you take it? If not, what about $500 for 1 hour? Most people would say yes. That means I just bought 1 hour of your time for $500. So technically, time isn't the most expensive thing, but there is something in this world so insanely expensive that even if the top richest people and the most powerful countries teamed up, they'd still struggle to buy it. I'm talking about antimatter, which costs around $62.5 trillion per gram. So what even is antimatter? Let's break it down simply. Everything around you, your phone, your body, the air, is made of matter. Matter is built from tiny particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons. Antimatter is basically the mirror version of that. For every particle, there's an opposite one. Electrons have positrons, and protons have antiprotons. Same mass, but opposite charge. Now here's the crazy part. When matter and antimatter touch each other, they don't just react, they completely destroy each other in a burst of insane energy. Now the real question, why is antimatter so insanely expensive? Well, for these three reasons: production, quantity, and containment. First, production. To create antimatter, scientists use massive machines like CERN. They smash particles together at almost the speed of light. These machines are miles long, cost billions of dollars, and use insane amounts of electricity. And after all that, in over 50 years, humans have produced less than 1/1000th of a gram of antimatter. At this rate, making just 1 gram would take longer than the age of the universe. Second, quantity. Because we can barely make any, it's insanely rare. Basic supply and demand. If only a few atoms exist, each one becomes unbelievably expensive. And the third reason? Containment. This is the craziest part. You can't just store antimatter in a container. The moment it touches anything, boom, it's gone. So scientists use something called magnetic traps to hold it in place, floating in a vacuum without touching anything. One tiny mistake, one power failure, and it disappears instantly. Now here's where things get really interesting. Even with all these challenges, if we ever figure out how to produce antimatter properly, it could change the future in a huge way. If a country successfully controls antimatter, it could become unbelievably powerful. Because antimatter releases massive energy, even a tiny amount could cause destruction on a level we've never seen before. Now the good side. Some scientists believe antimatter could be used as fuel for spacecraft. It could potentially take us to Alpha Centauri in decades instead of thousands of years. That's how powerful it is. And it's not just future stuff. In medicine, antimatter is already being used today. In scans like PET scans, scientists use positrons, the antimatter version of electrons, to detect diseases like cancer early. So we're not just dreaming about antimatter, we're already using it in real life. If you think that's crazy, let me know in the comments and subscribe for more mind-blowing science